Hi guys, today we'll be doing something a little bit different, a let's play of kind of an oddity, unique blip in the beginning of the lifespan of DVD. Do you remember those Choose Your Own Adventure books from the 80s and 90s? Well, they made a bit of a comeback in the early 2000s in a very odd format. Pretty much Choose Your Own Adventure visual novels on DVD, playable in any regular DVD player or any game console that would play DVDs. Only lasted a few years, they were generally very low quality, there were a few original titles and a few based on some popular franchises of the time. They're a curiosity and they're pretty entertaining insofar as they're so bad it's good. That's always a fine line to travel between being so bad it's actually entertaining or just plain bad. But here's one that's actually a little interesting. They made two based on Xena Warrior Princess, based off of two different episodes, Girls Just Want to Have Fun and Death in Chains, and here's a playthrough of the Xena Warrior Princess DVD game, Death in Chains. And obviously in a single playthrough I can't make every single choice, but I'll try and choose a few interesting ones and a few wrong answers here and there and that type of thing to give you a good idea. And if you find them entertaining, they can be a little difficult to find out there in the wild, but if you find them, a dollar or two maybe, and they're worth having multiple playthroughs. I'm going to give you a few examples as we play this here. Here's the first choice where you can see the game from the perspective of Zeus if you hit Mount Olympus, or go down to Hades, or you can start off where the actual episode starts off on Earth, and seeing the perspective from there. So this is one of those examples of something that actually doesn't affect the way the story plays out. There are two different types of choices. One's where it doesn't affect the way the story plays out, it just affects what perspective you see the story from, and there's a little bit of replay value in that. But most of the replay value comes from the other choices where it will actually affect what scenes you see and the outcome of those scenes.
What is it?
And you can get some game overs and things, and some of them are pretty interesting.
Death has come for me.
No, it can't be. Why now?
When it comes to the DVD adventure games here based off of a license, Tomb Raider is another popular one. But one of the downsides is they rarely, if ever, have original voice actors from the franchise they're based off of. And even the ones that are completely original tend to have pretty horrendous voice acting.
Let him challenge me. We'll see who triumphs. It looks as though Zeus is trying to punish me. I don't have much time.
All this kind of wonky early 2000s animation, they all look like launch PS2 games, but not very good ones. Yeah, look at that animation. When the images are still, for when this came out in the early 2000s, it's not horrendous, it's just nothing spectacular. But the worst thing are the actual animations. As soon as anything starts moving, it just looks ludicrous.
Join a band of worthless lowlife scum? I think I'll pass.
Pity. I have a strict recruiting policy.
Look at Gabrielle in a second here behind Xena, and look at the animation of her leg, it's hilarious.
Come on, Gabrielle.
Hey, the dame's not gonna die. Let's get out of here.
Let's go.
How can you think of eating at a time like this?
Patience, Karis. Come in. We've been expecting you.
Are you ready to begin your journey, Sisyphus?
Yes, but first, there's so much I want to know about you.
You're not afraid of me?
On the contrary, I'm fascinated. And how about you? Aren't you the least bit curious about my world? Sit. Enjoy a sumptuous feast of earthly delights.
All right, Sisyphus. But this doesn't change things. As soon as we're finished, we'll go.
Splendid! After all, a visit from you happens only once in a lifetime. A toast to long life and a peaceful death.
My flame! You can't do this!
We'll see about that.
I can't believe it. I've beaten death. I've become immortal. Oh, the gods have smiled on me today.
As you can see, that was a long stretch without a single decision. It's kind of mixed up where there are a few sections where you'll make a decision every minute or so, and then there's sometimes where you'll just watch it play for like 5-10 minutes before you actually choose anything. Oh god, that walking animation.
What is it? I don't know. Take cover. I'll deal with it. Go! Take another step and you're dead.
Always ready for a fight. That's why I like you, Xena.
You're Hades, aren't you? What do you want?
Oh, relax. I'm a big fan. Though for a while you were working us pretty hard down there. I need your help. My sister Celesta has been captured by King Sisyphus.
Sisyphus?
He holds her at his castle. I want you to rescue her.
Why me?
You know Sisyphus. You've seen the deadly tricks he's capable of. But you have to act quickly. In a few hours, Celesta's flame will burn out.
And?
And eternal suffering will be the fate of all mankind. You know who my sister is, don't you?
Death.
I know I can't blow out your candle, Celesta. But I've noticed, when you're not holding it, it burns down very nicely.
If it goes out, I'll cease to exist.
Well, that's the point. You should have thought of that before you came to my castle.
I had no choice. You angered Zeus.
This isn't my time and you know it.
Zeus is going to be furious at me when he finds out about this. Oh, how could I have been so foolish?
I'm going to do a deal with Zeus. If he promises me eternal life, I'll gladly release you.
Zeus doesn't do deals with mortals.
Oh, really? Well, that's just too bad for you then, isn't it?
I can't believe you're going to help Hades and throw away the chance at eternal life.
What he wants is for the good of all humanity.
I don't trust him. Since when did the gods ask you for favors?
The favor's all mine. I've got my own score to settle with King Sisyphus. Looks like they need help. Let me take a look. No.
Hold still. I'm trying to help you.
Here, let me give you a hand.
Thanks. We need to stop the bleeding.
Easy now. You'll be okay. Where are you from?
Carthage. Oh.
Carthage? Then we have your great city to thank for the weather.
What do you mean?
Once, a young man, Lapithus, met beautiful Io in Carthage, and they fell madly in love. The gods were jealous and condemned them to separate destinies. Lapithus to live only in summer, and Io only in winter. Luckily, Aphrodite took pity on the lovers and thought of a way to reunite them.
How? And what's that got to do with the weather?
Well, Aphrodite turned Lapithus into snow and Io into rain. So when it's winter and snow falls, it's actually Lapithus blanketing his love Io. And in the spring, the gentle rain is Io caressing Lapithus. You should be fine.
Thank you. Is this guy a dreamboat or what?
I'm Talis.
Gabrielle?
Gabrielle, we need more water.
There's a pond not far from here. I'll show you.
After you. So, until we release her, no one on Earth can die.
Not everyone would risk so much for the sake of mankind. You're very brave, Gabrielle.
Well, I have a lot of help.
Hey, when I was a boy, my mother worked for King Sisyphus. I practically grew up in the castle. I could show you the way.
That'd be really great. What's this?
Jasmine blossom. It's a rare beauty, like you. I feel that fate has brought us together for a reason, don't you?
It's funny, isn't it? We don't know the first thing about each other.
Well, let's start now then. Who'll go first?
Okay, where should I start?
Well, where are you from?
Portadea? It's a really beautiful village.
It would have been
kiss icon.
when you lived there.
Looks like Rocky Horror Picture Show getting ready here. Oh, hit the kiss icon again. Wonder how far this goes.
Oh, Gabrielle.
Next icon's gonna be a hand.
Oh, Gabrielle.
Where is
Oh
she?
god, that scream.
Let go, you... back off, you big oaf!
Some guys never give up. You look good.
Like I said, Xena, I don't take no for an answer.
And next choice coming up here is a good example of one where it doesn't actually affect the outcome as far as your progress, as far as being able to move on, but it does affect later cutscenes. When it brings up the choice here for the sword or the chakram will have one effect. The sword, you would actually cut his head off, and then he would be headless and like carrying his head in future scenes, and gives you more kind of funny options. I'm going to use the chakram here. So there's a couple different options that will just change how scenes look rather than change actual progress.
You will die.
That's not gonna happen. Just where I want you.
So as awful as these are, it's actually worth playing through a couple times to see the different options, because they are pretty funny, some of them.
And just when you thought I was gonna let you keep it.
what do you think of Talis?
He's nice.
Nice? You're kidding, right? I've never met a man like him. I mean, he's smart.
Anyway, so I'll just kind of let the rest of this play out here in my playthrough. And I'll try and make probably like the Cerberus scene or something. I'll try and make a couple of wrong choices just to give you an idea of what it looks like for a game over. And there are lots of different pathways you can take to a bunch of different game over screens and different scenes. So again, it's worth playing through a couple times to see the different scenes on some of these, because they're pretty funny. This one I like just because I'm a fan of Xena, so I find it pretty humorous. But some of them are downright terrible. There is actually one series of them that actually looks pretty decent quality-wise, and I'll talk about that some other time if I actually get my hands on it, to show you one that actually looks like it could actually be kind of interesting. But again, these are just kind of those choose your own adventure novels in DVD form, and yeah, they're an awkward little thing that was around for a few years and didn't really make it anywhere.
But what if...
The hospital should be full of people looking for relief, Gabrielle. See if you can help them. I'll be back before nightfall. Oh, and stay out of trouble.
Always the same. Xena goes off on the big adventure and leaves me behind.
I guess in this case she thinks your skills will be of more use in the hospital. We've both seen this terrible suffering that Celesta's capture has caused. We can help ease it.
I suppose you're right.
Okay, come on then.
Look at our subjects. They're dancing in the street, celebrating eternal life.
Without death, the poor creature will suffer for eternity. What have we done?
Follow her!
There was a tunnel only my friends and I knew about. It's somewhere around here. Here, I think this is it.
It looks a bit small.
It'll get us in. Come on.
Karis, it's not too late for you to put things right.
But Sisyphus, must you take him?
That's not my decision. Please, will you help me?
I can't. I'm sorry.
The world's misery will be on your conscience, Karis.
Something wrong?
Xena has come to rescue Death, I have seen her.
Xena? Why would she come?
She's a warrior. Without death, Xena has no way to defeat her opponents.
Then we've got a big problem.
Nonsense. Xena just makes things more interesting.
Hades must have realized I was missing consent her. Oh, at last, hope. I've seen plenty of Xena's handiwork. If anyone can outsmart Sisyphus, she can.
Yes, Celesta. It burns down very nicely. No one! And winter is our busy season. By the way, who did you send to rescue her? Hermes? No, Ares, right?
Xena.
A mortal? Are you crazy?
When Zeus discovers that my sister was stolen, he'll be furious. I sent Xena so I wouldn't have to get the other gods involved.
And if she fails?
Then it may just be you and me for all eternity. Perish the thought.
Fine likeness, don't you think? Welcome back, Xena.
Always a grand entrance. We need to talk, Sisyphus.
What shall we talk about? Care to relive old battles?
Let's talk about death.
Must we? So depressing.
Don't you realize the pain you've caused?
Nonsense. My subjects are overjoyed. Their king has given them eternal life.
You tell me where she is, or I'll make your eternity a living hell.
Oh, come, come. Even you must have loved ones somewhere. Imagine it. You'll never have to leave them, or watch them leave you. You'll have eternal bliss. Perhaps you should take some time. Mull it over a while.
Sorry, Sisyphus. Time is one thing I don't have.
On the contrary, time is the only thing you have.
I found an escape tunnel here, back when my mother worked in the castle. Nobody knew about it then except for us children. It's around here somewhere.
Wait, what's this?
That's it!
Let's go. This place could be dangerous, Talis. You should go back.
I'm not leaving you, Gabrielle. We're in this together, right?
Thanks. I'd rather not be alone in a place like this.
Quick, this way! Stop!
Hold! You, stop! Get me out! Go on back here!
Oh, wait, it's me!
Talis, what are you doing here?
Gabrielle wanted me to tell you not to touch death.
Of course not. Where's Gabrielle?
I don't know. We were being chased.
Well, we've got to get out of here.
I've never seen this part of the castle before. It must be one of Sisyphus's traps. We'll never get out. Uh-oh.
Stay back. Sounds like we've got company.
kill it. What are we gonna do?
Music will soothe him. Look in the pile of trash. I saw... Play it. Keep going.
I haven't heard such beautiful music since Orpheus played to me at the gates of the underworld.
Yes, but don't think that's going to stop me eating you.
Hey, you're Cerberus.
And who are you?
Xena, and this is Talis. Hades has sent me to rescue Celesta.
We don't have much time. You must help us.
You have been sent by Hades?
Bah, Hades would never ask a mortal for help.
Xena's not just any mortal.
I'll help you get out, but first, you must prove yourself.
How?
One of my heads always tells the truth. The other two always lie.
All right. Is it true that you were a gift to Hades from Hercules?
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
My answer is yes. Now, Xena, choose your liar.
You are one of the liars.
Very good. You are right.
What it means is you are wrong. This head is the only liar.
Huh?
We're telling the truth. You failed. I can't help you. Sorry.
Wait! Ow!
Now what?
You are the only liar. You said two heads always lie and one always tells the truth. That was a lie.
You are very wise. Hades has chosen well.
Now, how do we get out?
In the garbage pile, you will find some tools.
Only one will help you out of this pit. Choose wisely. That's all I can tell you.
Thanks, Cerberus.
Should have used that to begin with.
After you.
Thanks. How's that gonna help get us out?
See how the walls are damp? The water must drain somewhere.
But I don't get it. A stick?
Watch. Uh-huh.
A drain? How did you do that?
Oh, just a useful skill I picked up.
Dungeons. Gotta find the dungeons.
We can go there together.
No! Let go of me, you big... Oh!
Stay behind me, Talis. Talis, what's wrong?
Nothing. I'm all right.
Why were you headed to Corinth?
I grew up there. I guess I wanted to see it.
One last time.
Yeah.
Does Gabrielle know you're ill?
No. I should have told Gabrielle I know. But I've been down for so long. And then I meet someone special like Gabrielle. I just wanted to forget about it for a while.
How long have you known?
I started having the pains about a year ago. It's been getting worse ever since.
I understand, but it makes my job a lot harder.
I know it's the right thing to do.
Wait here. We don't have much time left.
This hall leads to the dungeons.
Good, let's go.
Hello, Xena.
Who are you?
I am Queen Karis. I want to help you.
Why?
Because I believe what my husband is doing is wrong.
How do I know I can trust you?
Ask young Talis. He knows me.
Queen Karis is a wise and kindly woman. But I also know King Sisyphus and the tricks he's capable of. It could be a trap.
You can't defeat my husband without me.
Don't trust her, Xena.
Well, well, Xena. It seems the spider has finally caught the fly. I guess it's time to... What's the meaning of this?
It's time for you to listen to reason, Sisyphus.
I agree.
Xena!
It's time to let death go.
Not without a fight. Draw your weapons, Xena.
No weapons. There's someone you should meet.
Do you remember me, Your Highness? My mother and I lived in your castle when I was a small boy.
Talis? How are you, son?
Not well, Your Highness. I'm dying. Or at least I should be. You were very good to my mother and I. But now I ask for one more act of kindness. Let Celesta go.
But you don't understand. I release her, I will die.
You shouldn't fear it. I did for the longest time. But my suffering has grown so real and deep that now I know death can be a friend, a resting place.
I'm sorry, Talis, but you have to understand. I'm not suffering. My life can still be good.
I don't believe that. When the good King Sisyphus sees all the pain and misery he's brought to the world, he'll die inside 1,000,000 times in regret for what he's done. Don't you see? It's not how long you live that matters. It's how well you live. Please, let her go.
I was so concerned about my life. I forgot about the rest of the world. I've been such a fool.
It's not too late.
Stay away from those chains. Or Xena's little friend here will be Death's first victim. Throw me the keys.
Do as he says. Shouldn't you be looking for a shallow grave somewhere?
Not long now.
Come now, Tuxius. Wouldn't you rather have me by the throat than that scrawny little girl?
Are you offering to join me?
If you run me through, I'm yours.
No, Xena, don't!
What are you gonna do with that? Stab me again? You haven't won yet, Xena.
I think your time's nearly up, Tuxius.
Gotcha now.
Celesta. Your time will come. But first, someone else needs me.
Wait, there's been some kind of mistake.
No, Gabrielle. It's no mistake. It's time to say goodbye.
Goodbye? I don't understand.
Talis is very sick. He has been for some time.
Why didn't you tell me? You don't have to take him. We saved you. You owe us. Please.
Forgive me, Gabrielle. All I wanted was a memory of you. We'll see each other again someday. On the other side.
You won't forget me?
How could I?
Oh, I knew I could count on you, Xena. I will not forget this. The god of the underworld is forever in your debt. You will surely be remembered as a great hero! Ha ha ha!